Tim Fickler with YSN here with Coach Mike Demster, East Palestine Bulldogs. Certainly excited after the Bulldogs got a big win this Friday night. Tell us a little bit about game, what happened, getting your first win.
Well, it was nice to see the kids come out with confidence. We're a different team when we come out confident. You know, we were confident from the get-go. We battled through some adversity in the first half and really found our groove in the second half. I was really pleased with our offensive line play. I thought our backs and receivers did a great job of gaining yards and protecting the football. And, ultimately we were able to punch a few in the second half and take the game out of control.
Yeah, so most games this year you've either been a first half team or a second half team. What do you attribute to that?
If I knew, I would make us a 4-quarter team. But that's really what our goal is. It's what we talk about as a staff, as a team, is just trying to be a 4-quarter team. Come out with that kind of confidence, play to the best of their ability, stick together, pick each other up, and do that for 4 quarters. And that's really what we're looking for week in and week out.
Yeah, and so what was the difference this week as far as really putting you over the edge?
I think it was our offensive line play. I think that we were just superior up front, and as we got a little later into the second half, I think that was very apparent, and that's where we decided to just go ahead and pound the ball, control the clock, try to keep their offense off the field, and fortunately for us, we were able to turn 4 of those drives in the second half into touchdowns.
Yeah. So we're 7 weeks into it. I mean, it's been flying by.
Yeah, it really has. It really has. Fastest season of my life.
So tell us a little bit about, where the improvements come mostly on this team so far.
I mean, I think we could look across the board. It's really hard to single out any single position. We had a lot of guys who stepped up for us that were young, first-time players. I've seen vast improvement of them. We were really kind of leaning on our offensive line early in the year, and they just continue to get better and better. Our skill guys are very seasoned, a lot of experience, and we expect a lot out of them, and they've been able to produce. Defensively, again, we started, 4 or 5 freshmen at sometimes this year. So to sit back and watch them improve and, improve as a whole has been very satisfying. And it ultimately is what, propelled us to a win last Friday night.
Yeah. What have the assistant coaches been doing to prepare through the week, in practice? Tell us how they're helping you, who's helping you, and what's working with them.
Yeah, these guys do everything. I mean, anything I need, they're on. We've got a great group text message that, I think all of our wives are tired of because it's just nonstop. We're constantly bouncing ideas off each other, whether it be schematically, whether it be from a personnel standpoint, just how to approach practice. We sit and meet after practice every day and kind of organize the next day's practice. Again, figure out where we're deficient, what we need to work on, finding new drills and new ways to accomplish the same thing, just in a different way. So, they're just fantastic. I can't say enough about my assistant coaches.
Yeah. So last week we had a pretty good crowd at the game. We've been seeing the crowds increase. What do you attribute that to? What does the East Palestine fans need to know about the team, the way the team feels, that sort of thing?
I mean, I think they just feel like we do. The improvement is apparent every week.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
We've already surpassed our last season offensive totals. We're creeping. We're just about to break that 2,000 mark, and we're only 7 games in. So I think the improvement offensively, we're putting on more points, more yards. We're much more explosive than we were last year. We're still finding our feet defensively, and again, we're playing so many young guys that they just got to get that experience. They've got to unfortunately make those mistakes and then learn to correct those mistakes. But you've seen improvement there. Our special teams are so much more improved. And I think anybody that came to a game last year compared to this year can see that almost immediately. And coming into this week, obviously the game against Columbiana, huge rivalry. We expect this place to be packed.
Yeah. Well, we love broadcasting the team on YSN. I mean, it's a thrill, and we know there's viewers from all around the country.
Absolutely.
Alum and aunts and uncles and grandparents and everything like that. You brought up the game against Columbiana. How's practice a little bit differently this year? I saw a coach with a Columbiana shirt on. What's going on there? Are they kind of mess with the players? Are they getting them psyched a certain way? I mean, what is it about that game, and what are you doing differently this
Well, it's a rivalry game. High school football and especially high school football rivalries are what made us all fall in love with football. It's fantastic. You got 2 communities that butt up against each other. Our kids know their kids. The adults know each other. Everybody knows each other. It's bragging rights. There's a traveling trophy that goes along with this game. There's a lot of really great things that that make high school football great in general. But when you're talking about a rivalry game against a community like Columbiana, East Palestine, it just makes that much better. So we're excited. We're I think the kids are inspired. We don't really have to motivate them much more,
Sure.
but we've really tried to focus on bringing that trophy back home. That's really our goal. It's been 6 years since it's been here, and that's more than anything we want it back here in our field house.
And what can we expect different or schematically, with your team coming into this week? I mean, are there things you're focused on? Is it more about the plays? Is it more about the motivation of the game? Is it more about individual work? What is it, when there's attention on a game like this that you want to drive home the week before?
It's always to us, regardless of who we play, about team execution. We have to execute as a team. We are not a bunch of individuals. We won't win as individuals.
Sure.
We'll only win as a team. As far as the X's and O's go, that varies from week to week. It depends on what the defense is going to give us. And I've told our kids many times that I don't care about your stats. Your stats are irrelevant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put us in the best position to win games. And if one week you get 30 carries because of it, the next week you only get 5, so be it. If you get 10 catches one week and none the next, then we're always going to try and take advantage of what the defense has given us. And we've done a really good job of that lately. We did a really great job of that Friday night too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So we're excited about this week. We're excited about the following week is Latonia.
Yep.
Right, and then we finish off with United.
At United, yes sir.
So we're excited at YSN. We have a few more of your players we're getting ready to interview next. We're excited about the momentum the Bulldogs are developing. We thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And we want to keep it up. So
that's our goal.
a
Thanks
lot.
Tim.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right.